Good evening, folks. I'm hope we're online. Are we, Kathleen?
Yeah, we're online.
Okay. This evening is a special evening for Kathleen. It's her choices of songs. That probably is the only exception. I usually play a tune to kind of lead us into the live stream, and I asked her which banjo tune she preferred. She said, "I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think she likes the banjo."
Oh, I like it, but I couldn't choose.
But anyway,
You chose well.
I know you've got more songs than this, but you made these your top 18 for tonight.
It's hard to pick them out.
And I like the songs you picked out. I hope you do too, folks. And thank you for tuning in again. Appreciate your company. It's a nice warm evening in Dripsey, County Cork, Ireland. And I'm going to be singing two songs from this composer, the songwriter, no longer with us. One of the greats in folk music, in my opinion, the great Stan Rogers. And Kathleen ironically picked out two of his songs. They're the only two that I do really perform. I should learn more of Stan Rogers songs because he's just, every time I listen to him and the album, it just inspires me more and more. And I just cannot believe that he was so young when he wrote and sang all these songs. He just seemed to be a man ahead of his time, and sadly lost in his early 30s in a plane accident in Canada, where he reputedly went back into the plane that had broken up. Smoke had bombarded the cabin, but he went back in apparently. Not confirmed for sure, but it's pretty much certain that he went back in and rescued other people. He ended up dying himself. But anyway, he seemed to be that kind of a guy, no fear. And this is a lovely song he wrote for his wife called 45 Years. Where the earth shows its bones, its wind-broken stone, the sea and the sky are one. I'm caught out of time, my blood sings with wine, I'm running naked in the sun. There's God in the trees, and I'm weak in the knees, the sky's a painful blue. I'd like to look around, but honey, all I see is you. Summer city lights will soften the night. You think that the air is clear. I'm sitting with friends where 45 cents would buy another glass of beer. He's got something to say, but I'm so far away that I don't know who I'm talking to. But you just walked in the door, honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold it closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife, you're true with life, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. So alone in the lights, on stage every night, I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show she'll ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. Now her smile lights her eyes, honey, all I see is you. And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife, you're true with life, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years And I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife, you're true with life, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Oh, I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Good choice, Kathleen. I love that one as well.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, You're My Best Friend, Don Williams. That was a great one. You place gold on my fingers. You brought love like I've never known. You gave life to her children, and to me a reason to go on. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from the troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. Most of all, you're my best friend. When I need hope and inspiration, you're always there. When I'm tired and weak, I could search this whole world over, and you'd still be everything I seek. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. Together. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled winds. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. But most of all, you're my best friend. There's some very caring songs in there tonight, Kathleen. You're such a caring person. Okay. Next one is definitely one of your all-time favourites, Kathleen.
Oh, yeah.
It's called A Bright Blue Rose, written by Cork Man. We send this one out to Anthony, whose birthday was Thursday. Anthony is in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I think they're coming home soon, Kathleen, yeah?
They're coming home next month.
We wish you a very happy birthday, Anthony. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony. Happy birthday to you. Looking forward to meeting you, yourself and Martina, and we wish you the very, very best and tidying up and getting home. And I forget, 4 or 5, 6 years?
Oh, geez, let's say 4 or 5 and there's a 5.
Anthony is a professor of medicine, and he's teaching all the folks out there how to look after people. And we sometimes refer to him, we consult with him, should I say, Kathleen. But I'm not giving out his details. We don't want a stream of emails or phone calls. Anyway, Bright Blue Rose, especially for Anthony, and also for Kathleen, of course. And just in case Dave Madden gets disappointed,
It's for him
as well, David.
I'll share.
I skimmed across black water without once submerging onto the banks of an urban morning that hungers the first light much, much more than the mountains ever do. And she, like a ghost beside me, goes down with the ease of a dolphin and emerges unlearned, unshamed, unharmed. And she is the perfect creature, natural in every feature. And I am the geek with the alchemist's stone. For all of you who must discover, for all who seek to understand, for having left the path of others, you'll find a very special. It is a holy thing, it is a precious time, it is the only way. Forget-me-nots among the snow, it's always been and so it goes, to ponder his death and his life eternally. For all of you who must discover, for all who seek to understand, for having left the path of others, you'll find a very special. It is a holy thing, and it is a precious time. It is the only way. Forget-me-nots among the snow, it's always been and so it goes, to ponder his death and his life eternally. One bright blue rose outlives all those 2,000 years, and still it goes, to ponder his death and his life eternally.
good.
Are you happy with me so far?
Oh, yes. I think there's a few people having problems with the streaming, but it seems to be fine from my phone going out. And
You can see it's not jumping around the
no,
place or
no,
anything?
not from mine anyway,
Or
no.
put your headphones on and check it or anything? Or... It looks,
I'd say a lot of people
it's
say
not
it's okay
jumping
with them, like, but a few people are having
Okay.
problems.
if there's any of you out there, folks, that it's working well for it's not on our side, so you might just let us know if any of you are getting it good. That's all we need to know. If just one of you are getting it good, it means we're okay.
There's a few, there's no problems at all.
Okay, must be on their side. Yes.
Carmel Smith said a happy birthday to Siobhan Faye tomorrow.
Siobhan Faye?
Yeah.
Tomorrow. We'll dedicate the next song to you, Siobhan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Siobhan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Siobhan. From Carmel Smith. Carmel's one of our loyal followers since this live streaming began, and we can't wait to see her in person. Originally from Cork, living in Dublin now, and always good things to say and positive stuff to keep us all on our toes and have fun, as I say. Okay, this next one, Kathleen, I know you like the Eagles, or one of your favourite groups, and hopefully Siobhan does as well. I like the way your sparkling earrings swing against your skin so brown. I want to sleep with you in the desert tonight, with a million stars all around. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I found out a long time ago what a woman can do to your soul. She can take you anyway. Don't already know how to go. I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground. I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my other ear, tells me I may never see you again. So I got a peaceful, easy feeling. I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing. Yes, I'm already Okay, Siobhan, that was for you. Great song, Kathleen. Another great choice. I love all your songs so far. Next one is the one we did a quick video today to remind folks that we were still around this evening. If I Needed You from the great Townes Van Zandt, and lots of different versions of this one around. And here's my version. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, the morning's born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. The lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Loop and Lil agree, she's a sight to see, a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me for to ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the seas for to ease your pain. If I needed you, if I needed you. Thank you, folks. Just thinking about easing the pain, Kathleen.
Your toe.
My toe, my big toe. If I can lift it up.
They can see it.
It's recovering. I got a bout of goat. It's the third time, I think, Kathleen. So
Yes, yeah.
that's the only complaint I have with Kathleen. Sure, her food is way too good. Goat is supposed to be the rich man's disease, Kathleen. And we're anything but rich in money, but make some beautiful food. Sure do. And, the purine, I'll have to reduce my purine intake. Apparently, all alcohols, I don't drink that much anyway. And mushrooms, get rid of the mushrooms, and oatmeal.
We like those.
I have to get rid of oatmeal. You ease my pain during the week anyway, Captain. My nurse. It seems to be recovering. Yesterday was the worst day. It was agony. It's just like
hopefully.
crystals in your joint. And I got it on the big toe twice, but this is kind of at the beginning of the big toe. Just at the end of my instep. Anyway, I'm just looking for sympathy, folks. That's the bottom line. And the next song I wrote myself, and the first time I was happy with, well, the second one I was happy with recording. And I suppose, you know, COVID and all this, I don't want to mention that word too much, but, you know, we can see that life can divvy out stuff that you don't expect, and you have to try and cope with it as you go on and try and leave the past behind, live the future, or sorry, live the present, and try and look forward to the future. That's what we're doing. My father used to say, take every day in itself. That was one of his favourite sayings, and next November it will be his 110th birthday. He died in 1992, aged 80. And take every day in itself. I think that might have helped me to get the topic of the next song going. It's a song called Moving On, and it's a song about, basically, it's kind of autobiographical, from the birth to demise. Now, the demise part is not autobiographical yet. Better not be. And I know Liz up there in Dublin likes this song as well. It's called Moving On Through Life. First we came into this world, dependent we were born. Our mother nursed and nourished us for people to adorn. From a little tiny baby, we started soon to grow. Alertness soon developing, our face sweet and aglow. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams. It's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. As we move on through our childhood, we continue to learn, striving for good things in life, for success we yearn. Confused and sometimes wondering what life is all about, when things that can confront us will often cast a doubt. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you contentment, health and love, but then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. It is time to find a partner to live with and to love, someone that's compatible and fits just like a glove. It's not as easy as it seems, but build on what you've got. Trust and care and honesty, you must give it your best shot. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Soon the children come along and change your way of life. They must fit in somewhere between you and your wife. They will sometimes try and test you to your patience end. You wouldn't change a thing about them as they become your friends. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. growing old is part of life, with this you must contend. You're given time upon this earth will reach its fated end. So do the best you can in life until you're called away. Tomorrow it may never come, so live life for today. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams, it's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Thank you, folks. Moving on throughout this life. I think it was kind of fairly accurate, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Well, as I often mentioned before, the next song I sang for the first time at my wedding, our wedding.
That sounds better.
As I said before, many times at my wedding. And I had to say our wedding straight away, but it's not intentional. And my wedding and your
Sounds
wedding
funny.
is our wedding, Kathleen, yeah. And,
Of course.
anyway, the song was out for Mary Black in 1987. We got married in 1988. And sang the song for the first time. I've been singing it ever since. And Kathleen, before we got married, she was living in an apartment in Cork, and all her flatmates used to call you Kay, including a landlady who still visits us. And you're known as Kathleen, Katie, Kay. And on birth cert, I think it's Catherine, is it?
Yeah.
So anything that begins with a K or C.
Or C maybe.
And I know that Patty Kennedy over there, our American host, and her husband Tom like this song as well, especially Patty, and I think you Catty's on Patty and getting all mixed up. It's a beautiful song, again written by Jimmy McCarthy, called Katie, and here goes. Tumbling curls of green by stained glass streaming light, the yellow coloured lampshades which to keep us up all night, and the smile upon your face, the tears upon your cheek, and the night sky on the window, your heart calling out to me. Come running home again, Katie, come running home again. Cross my heart and hope to die, shall I cause another tear from your eye? The mirror that won't talk, your nightgown on the door, the old pedal singer just won't sing no more. You can roll the reels for hours for the movie of this book. It's a question mark on this heart of mine, since an elder back to look. Come running home again, Katie, come running home again. Cross my heart and hope to die, shall I cause another tear from your eye? running through a tunnel back into the room, like the genius of the druid. The sunlight floods the tomb, and I'm never going back there. I couldn't anyway, as though I made a great escape. I never got away. I'm running home again, Katie. I'm running home again. Cross my heart and hope to die. Shall I cause another tear from your eye? I'm running home again, Katie. I'm running home again. Cross my heart and hope to die. Shall I cause another tear from your eye, Katie? Katie. Katie. 33rd anniversary of that is coming up, Kathleen.
Goodness. Time flies.
We're still around to tell the tale, that's the most important thing. You get out of bed and you can lift that blind up in the morning. And
So true.
And the next song gives us hope as well, and it's another Stan Rogers song, and this song is very dear to our hearts, and it's a song about not giving up. And if you look up the definitive version on YouTube, you'll find the preface. I keep saying this, I know, but it's well worth looking up. There's a New England fisherman who maintains that the next song helped him to stay afloat when his boat got into trouble and capsized, and I can see why. And the song is very well written. It doesn't need any preface really, but the last line of the last chorus sums up the song. No matter what you've lost, be it a love, a home or a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. Stan Rogers, of course. And about a boat that sank, and all her people that loved her dearly wanted to bring her back, refloat her, while the owners wanted to write her off against insurance. We send this one out to Mary Carter out there in Utah. Hope everyone's doing well out there as well. Last October, in the pouring, driving rain, skipper he'd been drinking, and the mate he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock when she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. It was just as 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost, and the groan she gave as she went down caused us to proclaim we'd make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave us 20 years of service, boys, met her sorry end. Well, insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we'd have to go. We talked of her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 floating at the dock, and with every jar that hit the bar we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. On a barge lent by a friend, 3 dives a day and hard hat suits, twice I've had a bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. We've hatched her vents, stopped her vents, stop hatch and portal down, but cables to her fore and aft, girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. To crumble into scale, she'd saved our lives so many times, living through the gales. The laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Send that out as well to Joan and Neil O'Reilly, and you like that song as well. And okay, next song, Kathleen, is a fairly sensitive song you picked, and I seldom sing it unless I'm really asked to do it on the. And this is from one of Kathleen's favourite Irish artists, Phil Coulter, the pen of Phil Coulter, and it's synonymous with the singing of one of probably my biggest inspiration really in folk music was Luke Kelly, and this song is synonymous with him singing it as well. And this was written by Phil Coulter, one of our great living composers, and about his son, and it's called Score Not His Simplicity. I'll do my best to do it justice. See the child with the golden hair and eyes that show the emptiness inside. Do we know? Can we understand just how he feels, or have we really really tried. See him now as he stands alone and watches children play at children's games. Simple child, he looks almost like the others, yet they know he's not the same. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no. See him stare, not recognizing that kind face that only yesterday he loved. The loving face of a mother who can't understand what she's been guilty of. How she cried tears of happiness the day the doctor told her it's a boy. Now she cries tears of helplessness and thinks of all the things he can't enjoy. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no. Only he knows how to face the future, hopefully surrounded by despair. He won't ask for your pity or your sympathy, but surely you should care. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no, oh no. Thank you. Do anything for you, Kathleen, you know that.
I do.
Okay, well, here's the banjo again for all of you folks who like the banjo. Those of you who don't like it, hopefully you'll grow to like it sometime. And well, this banjo, 5-string banjo, the initial inspiration for playing this banjo and listening to this kind of music I play is from both my brothers, but in particular Tim, my eldest brother, who plays the banjo. And it happens to be his birthday this week as well, a roundy birthday. And he's 13 years older than I am, so that makes him 60, Kathleen, is it?
Oh yeah.
And Tim is a wonderful banjo player, and he's celebrated his, I almost said it, roundy birthday last Thursday. I don't think he minds.
Not at all. He doesn't
He
mind.
was 70 last Thursday, and hope to meet him tomorrow for an hour or so, and maybe even play a tune or two together. And as I mentioned, the five-string banjo was in my house when I was a kid. I'm very lucky to have someone to inspire me in the house, and then started listening to what they were listening to, my two older brothers, and that's how all this music started off, and we have pursued it. I pursued it. Kathleen has been with me since almost the beginning. 82, Kathleen, is it? Started in 1980, and so this next song means something to you, Kathleen, does it?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
I think the start of our friendship.
You have a way with words, you know. Yeah, they put them all guessing. Yeah. Okay. I won't put you on the spot. But this was very new at the time, 1982, when we started going out together, and a big hit in the Irish charts, and a wonderful banjo piece that was composed by Finbar Fury, one of our great living folk legends, and I do my best to do my rendition of it. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet 16. When first I saw the love light in your eyes, I thought the world held not but joy for me. And even though we drifted far apart, I never dreamed but what I dreamed of thee. Together, I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. Come to me, hear my dreams of love arose. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. Last night I dreamt I held your hand in mine, that once again you were my bonny bride. We laughed and sang as we did in old lang syne. As to the church we wandered side by side. I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. Come to me, hear my dreams of love arose. I love you as I loved you when you were sweet, when you were sweet 16. I love you as I've never loved before. Since first I saw you on the village green. There we go. A few bum knots in there.
I don't think anyone noticed.
They definitely did, I mean. You did, is it?
I did, but
Being honest with you, that's what it's all about.
I was keeping quiet.
Okay, the next song is a really nice song as well. I love the next song. And a lot of immigration from Ireland, of course, and this is about the first young girl that passed through Ellis Island. She in 1892. What was her name, Kathleen?
Anymore.
Anymore. What age was she?
15.
I think she had two of her siblings with her.
She had two brothers, yeah.
Younger.
Yeah.
On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and let the people through. The first to cross the threshold to the land of hope and dreams was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was only 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. But Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, her dreams for the future in the land of liberty. Courage is your passport when your old world disappears. There's no future in the past when you're only 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. But Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. Springtime when I came here and I stepped onto its pier, I thought of how it must have been when you're only 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. Let's go again. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you never see again. The Isle of home is always on your mind. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Happy people looking in from all over the world, Kathleen?
Yep.
Any places you want to mention?
I'm afraid I'd leave
Two
someone
numbers.
else. I'd be afraid I'd leave someone.
Say hello to Sabine. been from Munich. She's
I haven't seen her in tonight.
Not
She
sure
could
about
be
Gully
in, but
as
she's
well.
been quite. She's in.
Gully sent me some pictures of the volcanic activity in Iceland still going on there. They're still nice and warm up there with the sun and the lava. They'll have enough water for another 15 years. The hot springs, and we saw that in Iceland, Kathleen. And
We sure did.
I think all the water is piped. Hot water is piped into Reykjavik. From the hot springs, they collect it and send it onwards. And we'll definitely say hello to the next family over there in Holland. My child, Edwin and Waylon. And as I mentioned before, they send on the photograph. It's become a tradition at this stage. 69 streams, would you believe? They send on the photograph that I put on the events cover page, cover photo. Okay, here's another one that the Furies covered and brought to our ears about a famous cafe. Over there in Holland. Greetings to Holland. They come from the farms and the factories too, and they all soon forget who they are. The cares of today are soon washed away as they sit on the stool by the bar. The girl with green eyes and the rolling stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. And the man at the end is a very good friend of a man who sells cars second hand. Where? Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. The salesmen relax with a few pints of beer, and they try not to talk about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight, but he may sing a sweet serenade. So pull up a chair and forget about life. It's a good thing to do now and then. And if you like it here, I have an idea. Tomorrow let's all meet again. You know where? Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. And again, down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Forgot to sing happy birthday to Tim.
We'll have to sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tim. good day, Thursday. I hope to see you tomorrow, Tim. And here's to many more decades of healthy living. And happy birthday once again from all of us in the Kelleher household here. And speaking of the Kelleher household, I'd like to send greetings out to my daughter Emma and her partner Kevin. We're on to Killarney for a couple of nights, Kathleen, I think, is it? Westport. Same, it's only about 300 miles of difference, that's all. Why did I say Killarney?
I don't know.
Westport, beautiful part of the country. I was only there once. Well, I think we were there on a honeymoon, Kathleen. But
Yeah, we were that far.
So a few years ago with Ricky playing a festival. Our friend Yuri Cohen up there organised Bluegrass Folk Festival every year. Great festival it is, and I think it's going to be virtual this year. And so also a big shout out to Lorna and Ricky as well, or other children, not to differentiate. And so Kathleen, you're the mother of those children, and
yep.
I can't claim that. I remember 62. I was 16 and so were you, and we lived next door on the avenue. Jerry Lee was big and Elvis too, blue jeans and blue suede shoes, and we never knew what life held in store. We just wanted to rock and roll forevermore. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine. That was once upon a time. We never seem to find those rock and roll days again. Johnny's in love with the girl next door. Mary's down at the record store. They don't want to be around us no more. Golden oldies and we hardly speak. Busy running to a different beat, hard to understand. We were just like them. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine, but that was once upon a time. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. Let's go, yeah. We were the rock and roll kids. Rock and roll was all we did, listening to those songs on the radio. I was yours and you were mine, but that was once upon a time. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. How I wish we could find those rock and roll days again. That was Ireland's winning song for 1994. The last line of the chorus got me there to do with the lyrics. Anyway, we'll continue with one of my definitely one of my favourite songs of all time, written by a guy I've grown to know, Ralph Mattel, one of the great English singer-songwriters, prolific singer-songwriters, and this one was the one that brought him to international fame, I suppose, and he had recorded, I think, in a 1969 album and brought it out as a single in 1974. Originally the song was supposed to be called The Streets of Paris, and he called it The Streets of London. He's from London, and he wrote it, I think, when he saw some homeless in the streets in Paris. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, picking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and they're loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. How can you tell me that you're lonely? Say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London, dirt in her hair and her clothes all in rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home into carrier bags. How can you tell me that you're lonely? Say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at a quarter past 11, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup, each tea lasts an hour, and he wanders home alone. How can you tell me that you're lonely? Say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission? Memory fading with metal ribbons that he wears. In her winter city, the rain cries a little pity of one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. How can you tell me that you're lonely? me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'd show you something to make you change your mind. Let's go again. How can you tell me that you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. And just that song never wears thin with me.
It's beautiful.
And I heard it
Sad.
probably in 1974 for the first time. It was a big hit here. I was just 10 years old. 47 years ago. Hey. How's everyone, Kathleen?
All good?
Do they like your choices?
Yep, I think so anyway.
Are they just saying that, or?
They have to be polite.
You have to look after her, don't you? You might have no stream next week.
No fear.
And anyway, this banjo, long neck banjo, as I mentioned several times before, was invented by Pete Seeger, the great folk singer, songwriter. And Pete claims that he was inspired greatly by his friend Woody Guthrie, as were many people. And Woody is about 10 years older than Pete, I think, and he taught Pete how to, jump on freight trains and catch a lift to the next state or a few states. And he travelled around with Woody for a while as well, and that was his apprenticeship, I suppose. And his family, of course, Pete Seeger's family were a very musical family as well. And his father took him and the family went down to North Carolina, as it happens, and heard all the old time music. And that's when Pete fell in love with the 5-string banjo. He used to play the tenor banjo before that, apparently, and some kind of a Dixieland band, I assume, and or some ensemble of some sorts. That's when he took up the 5-string banjo, and he's responsible, of course, for keeping it alive through the folk boom, along with people like Earl Scruggs as well. And he added the 3 extra frets to make a long neck banjo. So the next song is relative to both Pete and Woody Guthrie. As I was walking this ribbon of highway, I saw above me, and in the skyway, I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of your diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. All together. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. land was made for you and me. The sun comes shining as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, the dust clouds rolling, the fog was lifting, the voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign said, no trespassing. On the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Yes, this land was made for you and me. Good choice, Kathleen. I just love that song as well. It Never Wears Thin, the unofficial anthem of the United States of America.
Sure.
Okay, Kathleen, the next song is from my hero, Luke Kelly, and it was reputedly the last song that he sang that was recorded, and a very poignant version on YouTube, and a song called The Night Visiting Song. And it is a beautiful song. He used to sing it a lot, apparently, towards the end of his life in particular. And I must away now, I can no longer tarry. And that he left us in 1984. Night Visiting Song for you, Kathleen. I must away now, I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love most. And when he came to his true love's dwelling, he knelt down gently upon a stone, and through her window he whispered lowly, is my true lover within at home? Wake up, love, it is thine own true lover. Wake up, love, and let me in, for I am tired, love, and oh so weary, and more than near drenched into the skin. She's raised her arm, her dance below. She's raised her rod and she's let 'em in, and they were locked in each other's arms until that long night was past and done. When that long night was past and over, when the small clouds began to grow, he's taking her hand and they've kissed and parted. He's saddled and mounted and away to go. I must away now, I can no longer tarry. This morning's tempest I have to cross. I must be guided without a stumble into the arms I love the most, into the arms I love the most. Thank you, Luke, for that beautiful
That's a
song,
beautiful song.
love song, leaving song. And it's nearly time for us to leave you as well, folks, this evening. Hope you enjoyed Kathleen's choices. And
Just two left.
yeah, that's it. And you're going to have to guess the next one, I think.
Go on, all guess the same. They'll get it.
Last night we saw the Kruger Brothers live stream, and from Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and they had Wayne Henderson, one of the great guitar makers of our time, and guitar pickers, and fantastic show. I really enjoyed it. Did you, Kathleen?
All right, excellent.
They were
Really
getting
good.
guests in occasionally, and it's beautiful, really, really nice, and we can't wait to go back, as I said. And well, I got my second vaccine, Kathleen, and I'm over a week since I got it.
So you can go.
Can I go on my own, or will I wait for you?
Oh, wait for me. You wouldn't.
Are Margaret and Tammy on the case?
Yeah, Tammy's on anyway. I think Margaret
Tammy,
came on.
how are you doing? Margaret as well. Anyone from the hills of North Carolina or any part of North Carolina? And we'll just mention a few again. Tony Deal, of course, and Jenny, our hosts. Kay and Pat Crouch. Kruger Brothers, of course. We call them North Carolinians at this stage. They've been there since 2003. And Tammy, Margaret, all those folks. And Michael and Donna Fox, of course. Who else am I leaving out, Kathleen? Donna Moore Middleton, Peg Perham, Bob Cougat.
I'm afraid to say it because I'm afraid I'll leave someone.
Anyway,
Mary O'Leary.
Mary O'Leary from Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts. One of our great friends for many years, and myself and Dan. It's going to be 20 years this year, Kathleen, since we were in the States for the first time. During 9/11, we met Mary and her friends, and Paddy Barry's in Quincy in Boston, and in Kenmare, of course, many times since. And anytime we go to the United States, Mary always either shows up at a gig or we agree to meet somewhere. Originally from Kenmare side. Hope everything's going well for you, Mary. Is Mr. Coughlin on board?
He sure is.
All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Though the travelling was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. Oh, the journey took me far and wide across the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves, Carolina in the fall. Now for 30 years I've sang the songs Doc has told to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. In the hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door, and for the first time in my life I'm not a stranger anymore. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see and I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves, Carolina in the fall. Couldn't use that one out, Kathleen?
No. Oh, no. part of it now at this stage.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you for joining us again this evening. Hope you're having a really good summer wherever you are, and that things are not too locked in for you. And hope you're enjoying the fine weather if you've got some where you live. We got some good days this week past, and this evening was pretty good as well. So we're enjoying it when we get it, as I say, over in Ireland. And this particular song, Kathleen, I recorded back in 1996, my first solo album. I don't know where it's gone. It was a cassette tape that time. I learned it from singing of the Irish Rovers. There was a guy guesting on one, I think it was their 25th anniversary or something like that, and came across this song and decided it was a nice song to finish an evening with. Thank you again, folks, for looking in, and thanks, Kathleen, for this nice selection. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and really nice, I think, a nice selection there, Kathleen. Anything you want to say, Kathleen, to all the folks?
No, just thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope you enjoyed my song choices. Take care.
Now, this one, if you were in a pub or a concert, you could join hands and swing to it. It's got a nice kind of a bouncy twist to it. We've tasted the best of our memories. We've laughed till we ached to the bone. It's the other side of the evening and it's time for us all to go home. We cried when we talked about the old times. We toasted your health and my own. It's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. Here comes the chorus. It's the other side of the evening. Sunlight is chasing the moon. So let's make a promise to meet again, the same time and place sometime soon. We sung all our songs about the good times, the sad times and being alone. Now it's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. Nice easy part. Ta-tum, 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 tum. Ta-tum, ta-tum, tum, ta-tum. It's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. We've toasted the best of our memories. We've laughed till we ached to the bone. Now it's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. It's the other side of the evening. Sunlight is chasing the moon. Sway, Kathleen. So let's make a promise to meet again, the same time and place sometime soon. We've sung all our songs about the good times, the sad times and being alone. Now it's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. We sung all our songs about the good times, the sad times and being alone. It's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home. Now it's the other side of the evening, and it's time for us all to go home.
Joan O'Sullivan, a big shout out for Noah across the way. He's 1 year old today.
1 year old today?
1 year old today. So,
Young Noah. Baby Noah.
Baby Noah. So from Len and Joan, a big happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday to Noah. It's 1 year old today. Happy birthday, Noah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Noah. Happy birthday to you. Hope you had a great day. See you all folks next week again. Thank you for joining in. Happy birthday to all those folks as well, including my brother Tim. Happy birthday.
Take care.
Bye.
Night.